Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about SEO. I'm going to give you a complete SEO marketing plan. I haven't seen anything online that goes as in depth as we're going in today. So let's get down to it. Let's improve your website ranking, because what you will learn by the end of this lesson today is how to optimize your on-page SEO content, specifically for Google. So we're going to SEO content specifically so it ranks in Google, so you can get a better website ranking. Hopefully, we're going to get you on the front page of Google for your keywords, and hopefully we're going to do it within a few months instead of years. So if there is any such thing as a shortcut, this is probably it. So we're going to do it using free and easy to use SEO tools. So all the SEO tools that I covered today won't cost you a penny to use. If there are premium versions available, we're going to stick with the basic trial versions, and you don't have to add your credit card details or anything like that to use these. So why should you listen to me? You probably already know, everyone out there, everyone and their mum claims to be an SEO expert. So why should you listen to me of all people? Well, the fact is, I've been in this industry since 1998, practically since it began. And in that time, I have got hundreds, if not thousands, of websites to the front page of the search engine results pages. I've also seen how SEO changes over time, and there has been a lot of changes, but more importantly, I've seen what stays the same. And that's what we focus on, the stuff that doesn't change. And that's how we future-proof our marketing plan for the long term. So we're not relying on black hat SEO tricks or little loopholes that will close in time. We're going to stick with what has always worked and what will always work. So this is obviously white hat. If you still subscribe to white hat versus black hat SEO, it changes over time. What is white hat one day might become black hat the next. You never know. But what I'm showing you today is the stuff that absolutely does not change. And that is in over 20 years. So another reason why you should listen to me today is because I'm not trying to sell you anything. There's no pitch at the end of this. There's no service available. I'm not going to say, well, now that I've shown you this, let me sell you this. I don't do that. So everything that I teach you is legit. It's coming from a really good, honest place, because I actually do want you to do really well on the internet, because I know anyone can do it. So let's get down into keyword research. So keyword research is really important because you have to know if there's an audience for your content. If there's no audience, don't choose those keywords. So I want you to choose one primary keyword for every piece of content you make. Just one primary keyword. This is the most important keyword on the page. So for example, if you're targeting weight loss, your primary keyword would be weight loss. Obviously, spend a bit of time doing keyword research to make sure that the search volume isn't too competitive, and at the same time, there's enough people searching for that keyword to make it viable. If you're going for weight loss, let me tell you that the competition level is just going to be huge. I mean, look at this. I'm using it as an example because we don't really want to drill down into looking at numbers today. I've already got videos that show you how to do that. But if you were targeting weight loss, that's the search volume. So it's 300,000 a month. So you would probably want to go for something a bit less competitive. So weight loss for men, that could be a good starting point for you because it's got around 6,000. You might even want to drill down even further. So weight loss for men over 40, you might want to stay within within that region, I would recommend if your website is brand new, stick under 1,000 searches per month. If your website is established, then go for a search volume of at least 1,000 a month. So I've got other videos to walk you through how to do that. But let's say for the purpose of demonstration, we're going with weight loss. Next, I want you to choose 20 ancillary keywords to support the main keyword. What are ancillary keywords? Well, these are keywords that are relevant to your main keyword. Think of them as a way of telling Google what your main keyword is actually about. So let's say you were targeting Beatles. Google has to figure out, do you mean the band, the car, or the insect? So ancillary keywords will help Google figure that out, and it will also help you rank for additional less competitive keywords too. So I'm going to show you how to find ancillary keywords. An example could be diet plan, low carb diet, or meal plan. So if you want to get some ideas on finding your own ancillary keywords, go to twinword.com/ideas/graph. Let me show you it. So this is the tool. So it's from twinword.com/ideas/graph. And if you type in something like weight loss, if I can spell it correctly, weight loss, it's going to bring back a whole heap of additional words that you can use. So these are, so there you can see, it's going to suggest a whole heap of terms. And there on the right hand side, it's got broad terms and then narrow terms that you can use. Also related terms. So have a look through that. That's a really good free tool that you can use. I suggest checking it out. And that's going to get you a lot of ancillary keywords. Next, when we get to the content stage of this tutorial, you're going to add ancillary keywords to your content, but I want you to bear that in mind. Also, in addition to doing keyword research, I want you to check the keyword density of the top 5 sites for your primary keywords. So how do you do that? We go to SEObook.com. So let me show you that. This is a free tool, so you might have to sign up with your email address, and that's okay because it is completely free. So you would paste in the website address, the top 5 website addresses for your main keywords there, and then it will calculate the keyword density of those sites. And what I want you to do once you've done that is to list the most common keywords that SEO Book has brought back. So we add that to a list because that will come in handy for us later on. So once we've done our keyword research and we know exactly what keywords we're going to target, we know exactly what the ancillary keywords are, we have an idea of the keyword density, it's time to move on to keyword tracking. So here we're going to use a free tool called SERPfox.com. So you sign up for it again with your email address. It doesn't cost anything. I do think they've got a premium version, but you don't need it. So when you log in, you will see this button here on the right hand side. It says add keywords. There you put in your website address here and then the keywords that you're targeting. Next, you choose the search engine, the default search engine. We're going for Google because today's all about Google SEO. So you choose Google and then you can choose the platform, desktop, mobile. I would suggest going for both desktop and mobile. And then I would leave location blank for the default, leave language blank as well. And you can add groups there if you want. There's also advanced options so you can match URL exactly. So if you want to monitor a specific piece of content, you can do that. So just do that, and then that will track how your keywords are performing across Google. Really handy, free tool to use. One definitely to check out. Then you have to monitor your keywords and your traffic levels in Google Analytics. So hopefully you've already got that set up. I actually have another video to walk you through setting up Google Analytics, and it's really simple. You just paste in a little piece of code onto your website, then you're good to go. That will start collecting data about your visitors. So you'll see the keywords they're using to find you. You'll see links from other websites, your overall traffic level, your page views. You can even set up goals. So if you're hoping to make X amount of conversions every month, it will help you to do that. Check out Google Analytics if you're not using it. It's an absolutely amazing tool, and it's all free as well. So next, once you have all that in place, you need to organize your content. This is called silo. So silo is kind of misunderstood. Let me explain how to do it. So I've got a diagram that I've got for you here. So this is silo in action. Let's pretend that you have a weight loss website, and this is the homepage. We organize the content on your website into things that are relevant, categories that are relevant to weight loss. So one category could be exercises, another category could be diet plans, another one could be supplements. So these are all relevant to weight loss, and this is how you grow an authority website. So under the exercises category, you might have subcategories. So you might have a series of exercises specifically for legs or specifically for abs. Again, in the diet plan section, you might have subcategories for low carb diets, for slim fast diets. Again, in the supplements category, you might have subcategories called, for protein or for vitamins, and each one of these will contain a series of blog posts relevant to that subcategory. And that's how you link or how you structure your website. So there you can see it's a very elegant system. And there we have each category linking to each other category. So we create a web. And that's it. That's silo in action. It's pretty simple when you think about it. It's just how you structure your content. And when you do it like this, when you have this structure, that will increase your website's authority. So people looking for leg exercises will find that content in Google. Or if they're looking for low carb diets, well, Google's going to look to you because it can clearly see that you are an expert in your field. You're not just focusing on low carb content. You're focusing on vitamins, on leg exercises, the whole big picture of weight loss. So it will see that you are clearly an expert. So that's silo in action. Okay. So once you have your website structured, that way it's time to move on to SEO your content. So this is your on-site SEO, your on-page SEO. So each article you write, and I would encourage you to write original content. Don't give in to the temptation to spin your content. Spun content doesn't really rank too well. Google's pretty smart now. It can tell in most cases if an article is written by a human or a robot. So if you're going to invest time into creating content, do it for real. That's my favorite method, the do it for real method. So 1,000-word articles minimum. If you can write more than 1,000 words per article, go ahead, do it. The more the better, because that's more content for Google to chew up and rank. It absolutely loves really long, in-depth articles. And that's how you create authority content. So you add your primary keyword, which we discussed a few minutes ago. You add that to the page title. Add that in your headline. Also add it to the actual URL of your content as well. So If you're using WordPress, you can go into the permalink setting. Make sure that the page title is added to your permalinks. I've actually got another video on that as well. If you have a look through my previous videos, you'll find that. So make sure that your primary keyword is added to your page title and the URL as well. Do make use of meta descriptions. I know people debate that. They're not sure if Google even uses meta descriptions anymore. And there's a lot of evidence to support it. There's also evidence to discount it. I would say it's not going to do you any harm, so do it. Okay, so what tends to happen is if a meta description isn't provided, Google will look through the page and pull one out that he thinks is relevant. But if you want to rank for your keywords, I would encourage you to use meta descriptions. It's not going to do you any harm. Also, this is interesting. So you have to add at least 2 outbound links to authority websites. Now you might be thinking, why on earth would I want to link to my competition? That doesn't make sense. It does make perfect sense because it tells Google that you are related to, connected to a high authority website, at least 2 high authority websites. So it knows that it should include you when it's indexing you. It knows that, okay, you belong in this section of the internet. So you belong with these websites, as long as the content you're creating is also of high value and high authority too. So do link to authority websites. That's going to help you out. Link to internal pages where relevant. So don't just link to other pages of your website for the sake of it. Make sure that your inbound links to other parts of your site have got a purpose. When you're creating your content and you're adding links, think about the end user, the visitor. They've got to be your main motivation instead of search engines. If you have your visitors' best interests at heart, then Google is going to recognize that and it's going to reward you, providing you also have the right on-page and off-page SEO. And we'll get to off-page SEO in a second. But only link to other pages on your site where relevant. Remember, we looked at the keyword density. Well, keep your keyword density in line with the list of sites that you found in SEO book. So don't go below that keyword density. Don't go beyond the keyword density. Make sure that it's right in line. So keyword density the absolute maximum tends to be 2%. It does vary from niche to niche, but generally speaking, in my experience, I think it's always been under 2%, and then more than 0.1%, I think. But do double check it for your individual niche, because every niche has got a different keyword density. But make sure that your content is in line with what SEO book says. Also, add H2 tags to your content. This is really important because it tells Google that, well, your H2 tells Google what's important about the content. So if you add your supporting keywords, your additional keywords to your H2 tag, that will help you rank for those keywords too. And it will help Google's rank brain figure out exactly what your website is about. I speak about rank brain every now and then. It's basically like the Beatles analogy. Rank brain figures out if your content is about Beatles, the band, the car, or the insect. So we use H2 tags to make Google really understand what your content is actually about and get additional traffic from even more keywords too. Also, if you haven't done so already, install the Yoast SEO plugin. This is probably one of the best SEO plugins available. It will actually analyze your content as you're writing it and it will help you figure out if you need to add more keywords or remove keywords from that content. Yoast plugin. It's free to use. Brilliant. Also, check your website speed. So I've got a couple of tools that you can use for that. Probably one of the best is called the GT Metrics website. Let me show you that. So this is it. You just put in your website address there, click analyze, and it will tell you how fast your website is. Really easy to use. Again, it's free to use. Also, you can just Google page speed insights, and that's Google's own tool. It will show you how the exact areas that need to be tightened up and made faster, so it will rank better in Google. That's page speed insights. Okay, let's move on to the off-page SEO. So you know that your on-page SEO is all tight, everything's done the way it needs to be done. Next, you have to get your XML sitemap and add it to the Google Webmaster Tools. Make sure that your XML sitemap is indexed. How do you find your XML sitemap? Well, if you run a WordPress website, you're in luck. So you type in your website address, your .com/feed, and that will bring back the XML sitemap. So you just add that to Google Webmaster Tools, and every time you publish a new piece of content, it tells Google, and Google knows it should go crawl that piece of content. It's free to use. To get that, you go to google.com/webmasters. That is one of the best tools that we will use as SEOs. Next, as part of your off-page SEO, you need to create social media profiles. And I know people overlook this step, and even when they do it, they sometimes screw it up because they use their personal profiles instead of branded profiles. So I'm going to really hammer home the fact that you need to create a branded Facebook page. Using your personal one is fine too, but we really need to focus on the branding. So branded Facebook page, branded Twitter profile. Twitter allows you to create multiple accounts under the one email address, I'm fairly sure. So do take the time to create a branded Twitter profile, create a LinkedIn profile. I don't think that allows you to create branded ones. I'm not too sure. I'm not too up on LinkedIn. I have used it, but I know lots of people are getting really good results with LinkedIn. So I've included it here. Also, create a branded Pinterest profile. Again, I'm not up on Pinterest. I don't use it, but I know lots of people are getting really good results from Pinterest if they use it like a search engine, if they optimize their content like they would for a search engine. I know they're getting good results. This is something that I have to delve into deeper and figure out for myself, because I have always kind of ignored Pinterest for the most part, and LinkedIn too. But just because I ignore a platform doesn't mean you should too. So next, you link all of these together. So again, make a web. So link from your branded Facebook page to your Twitter profile and vice versa. LinkedIn. So link to Twitter and Pinterest and Facebook. Make sure that all your social media profiles you kind of create this web. So when they're all linked together, this is really good for branding. Then you link to your content from each platform. So this adds more backlinks to your website. And then when you have that web created and you're adding content on a regular basis and linking to that from your social media profiles, get citations from review websites. What are citations? Well, these are really powerful for SEO, So they are websites like Yelp, Foursquare, Think about those big review websites. Get your website listed and indexed on there, surrounded by relevant keywords, and this creates a citation. So Google knows that you're a serious player. But as good as this SEO marketing plan is, you and I both know that this is just the beginning. And there are hundreds of additional traffic sources out there that you can use. So I'm going to show you how to find the perfect ones, targeted traffic sources for your particular website when you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic. Sign up for that. It's not going to cost you a penny. And if you found this SEO tutorial useful, if you're going to use it as part of your marketing plan, then give me a thumbs up below. Let me know in the comments. Also, when you subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you get notified of the next time I upload a video and you never miss out. So I'm going to upload probably again in a couple of days' time, and I look forward to seeing you again there. If you do have any questions, let me know in the comments. See you again soon. Take care, guys.